Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today I'm very excited because we are checking out Warrior. This one has Tom Hardy in it. And I saw this movie probably in 2012, 13, 14. If you folks have watched the channel, you guys know me and dates. I vaguely remember the finish, but nothing in between. So this will be a fun watch for me with these guys.
I have never seen it, so all I know is that Tom Hardy is in it, so I'm definitely ready, willing, able to give it a watch because he only does good work.
Yeah, same boat as answer. Haven't seen any of it at all, but really all you have to do to sell me on a movie is tell me Tom Hardy's in it, and I'm all in. So it should be a good watch.
Yep, first time watch for me. We are finally here. Let's go!
Is that Nick?
Nick Nolte.
Hey!
I forgot Nick Nolte was in this.
Of course he did.
I mean, his best work was with Eddie Murphy on 48 and another 48 hours. And Blue Chips.
Chapter 36.
There's Tommy. You got some pills there?
A white whale. Skin your eyes for him, men.
Nick should have had a sky blue Cadillac.
I don't think very many people are going to get that.
The 48 hours reference? I think they will.
Well, now that you mentioned it, well, they'll get it.
Tommy? What are you doing here?
Just wanted to say hi.
I was just passing through, and I figured why not have a belt with the old man? She looks good. Well, you always did take good care of her. Patty Conlon. Man of priorities.
See, Nick and his cars. He takes care of them.
Mom always said never go anywhere empty-handed. She did. That's not for me anymore, Tommy. You changed brands?
No.
Come on, let's go inside.
Well, on set, that must have been easy. Tom Hardy, Tommy the character.
There's not much of a woman's touch around here. No more women for me, Tommy. Must be hard to find a girl who can take a punch nowadays.
Ooh.
Told you I'm off it, Tommy. I'm coming up on 1,000 days. He's a school teacher down in Philly. Remember Tess? They got 2 beautiful little girls. So you found God, huh? That's awesome. See, Mom kept calling out for him, but he wasn't around. I guess Jesus was down at the mills forgiving all the drunks, huh?
Oh, it's really laying it on him.
Well,
Abuse, we got.
He's had a few drinks himself. I think Dad's recognizing that.
Do you know it wasn't enough to drive west to get away from you that once we hit the water, we drove north too? When I got sober, I hired a man to find you. Did your guy tell you what you needed to know? Just that your mother died in Tacoma. You were in the Marines. That was all.
Yeah, they start this off hot. Jeez.
You could have heard about her coughing up blood on her knees, having me rub her down with holy water because she didn't have no insurance. All the time waiting for your pal, Jesus, to save her. Did your man tell you that?
He is laying it on him.
I'm sorry, Tommy. Well, it's good to know that you're sorry, Bob. I think I liked you better when you were a drunk.
Oh,
Man, imagine having your kid tell you that.
as he passes out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they laid out their story real quick
Mm-hmm.
and passed.
What about if we all get a unicorn? Do you want a unicorn?
The old handheld.
Mm-hmm. And here's the complete opposite.
It's an awfully big box.
It's a birthday.
You call it a budget. You set it and you don't budge. I love you. Be good, okay? I'm late. Mom's saying goodbye to the girls. She's got to get on the road. Can you get her to bed at like a reasonable time tonight? Because after the party, they just...
Where's the rest of that skirt? If any guys give you a hassle on that joint tonight, you give me a call.
Just like you gave me a call when those Temple frat boys decided to smash up your face.
Every now and then I need some action.
All right, so he's got a little history of throwing hands.
Billionaire fight promoter J.J. Riley. The Tap Out crew is here, Punk and Scraper in the
No, Tap Out crew.
Tap Out gear.
And when JJ came to us, he said he wanted to create the Super Bowl of mixed martial arts.
And he decided to put up the $5 million purse, too.
Well, there you have it. It shall
Ooh,
be done.
$5 mil.
King J.J. Riley.
Shall be done.
Hedge fund king. So we got some money behind it.
$35 a month with locker. We're open from 7. Lights out at 11.
Whoa. All right, this is less than 2, okay? You have the bat, which needs... Acceleration, okay. If you have enough acceleration...
We're doing this in class. The 2x4.
All right, before you go, I have your test from last week.
The teacher's going to hold me up so I can be late to hand out test grades now?
Should have done that before, teach.
But I probably failed at already.
That's time management 101.
Keep your hands up. Go light. Then go light.
Told you to stop.
Yes.
Told you to stop.
Oh,
Jesus.
straight to the head.
We got a tournament coming up. You gonna celebrity guy in the Berg?
Knew they were in
Oh, jeez.
Pittsburgh.
Walking Dead alum, MCU alum.
If he's here in 20 minutes, he gets $200.
You want to fight him? Totally different than usual. Well, he's
Yeah, Sakaro.
clean shaven and glasses is what I'm used to from Marvel.
What'd you do? Did you leave Nick and Polly at home today?
His phone's disconnected. We'll go through the list. Find me somebody. Get me Joe Bones.
I'm happy to keep your boy warm for you. You're foot for.
I love how he's not saying anything about the Marines. Just, yeah.
You get tuned up in here. It's on you, Tom.
Sure, no problem.
Hey, watch that team. Hold on. Check
He's
that
doing
gate.
this with sweatpants.
Yeah.
Almost looks like flip flops too.
Oh,
Someone's recording it.
yep.
Don't let him take it back. Don't let him take it back. Get up.
What's wrong with your guy, huh? Big show off.
Don't give him your back. Don't give him
Oh, shit! German suplex.
damn it.
Knees. We got live rounds.
This guy's fucking.
You owe me $200.
Don't mind me with my phone.
Hey,
gonna train
Dr.
you.
Jenner.
The CDC.
And this is how it affects the monthly. The numbers are what they are, Mr. Collins.
Brendan.
The numbers are what they are, Brendan. You're upside down on your mortgage. You
I
understand?
said that like 3 times.
You refinanced twice already.
Because you advised us to do that.
I presented you with that option, but that was your choice.
Oh, I can't tell you.
I'm not a financial advisor.
Your daughter's kidney? Heart. A lot of stories.
Dude.
Very sympathetic
Yeah.
by Dr. Jenner there.
Wow.
You're looking at foreclosure.
Utter domination by Tommy Conlon, the undefeated freshman from Pittsburgh. The prodigy has yet to yield a single point in the entire tournament.
Tommy trained by his father since the age of 5.
Oh, wow.
A little more
A
back.
little more background on how he is the way he is.
Former Marine, but he's led his son to 6
Okay.
straight junior Olympic titles.
Ow. There's just no limit
One
to
state.
what the future holds for this kid.
Tommy told me that he's chasing the record of Diogenes, apparently a mythical Greek fighter said to be undefeated in over 1,400 bouts.
It's a hell of a goal.
Hey, how you doing, sir? I'm looking for Tommy Reardon.
What business you got with Tommy?
I manage fighters, and he put a beating on the #1 middleweight contender in the world today. I have a lot of contacts, Mr. Reardon.
Conlon. Like I said, anything you want to know about Tommy.
Look, I don't mean to interrupt your night, okay? He just put this address down when he signed up at the gym.
He doesn't love you. Good night.
So
Guy here was getting real snappy at
well,
Pops
he was
there.
Well, he was just watching the highlights of him, and then somebody comes in to ask about him, and nothing.
I love you. Hey, listen, I'm just pulling in. I'm going to have to go. No, they got an open mic night thing on. It's going to be a quiet one.
Is he bouncing or?
Must be. It's open mic night. That's why it might be easy. That's great.
Open mic night.
I thought he was bouncing.
That's what I thought
Same.
too.
Well, I know he made reference to the throwing fisticuffs, but I thought, wow, okay. Woo.
Well, and then
So both brothers?
he told his wife the story about getting jumped by some frat boys, which showed him.
Temple. Oh, he didn't even want to tap. Okay. Oh, shit.
God, fucking rock
Oh,
there.
shit.
You got him over that one.
There you go.
Oh, uppercut.
And down.
Oh.
Spare. Not really, but that looked like a Braun Breaker spear just a little bit.
These guys, we're watching that on air. These guys just, it's a German suplex. It's a spear.
Yeah, what else would you call it?
Nice fight. 2 more wins, you'll take home the bacon. Good
Two
job.
more? It's not.
In one night. You're not hiding fighting from your wife very long.
Oh, you just got busted.
Oh my God.
What story is it going to be this time?
What happened?
I'm not bouncing at a club.
There we go.
Here we go. Best to tell the truth.
What do you mean you're not bouncing? You've been lying to me?
I went in to apply, and they were paying $9 an hour. I saw a sign. I saw the thing.
I'd rather go back and build an apartment than see you in the back of an ambulance again.
Oh.
Again.
We're not giving up the house. We're not going backwards.
Well, I get it, but sometimes a reset.
Yeah. Well, pride can be a hell of a thing.
It's all pride and ego right now. But he's still fighting for everything that he has with the time that he has. So,
You want to talk? Yeah. I'm going to start fighting. Top 16 middleweights in the world. Single elimination when it takes all. There's a lot of money. And I'm going to need a trainer. Well, that much you were good at.
Oh.
Backhanded compliment.
That's it. I don't want to hear a word about anything but training. You want to tell your war stories? You can take them down to VFW, to church, or whatever.
Okay, so his dad was probably a Vietnam vet. That might explain some of the drinking.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
He's happy just to reconnect with his son at all.
I just told you this doesn't mean anything. Get that through your skull right now and walking. But you get something through your skull, too. You called me, so don't go threaten to walk every 5 minutes.
Oh, Nick's got that delivery.
As far as those pills are concerned, I don't want to see him. In fact, handing them over right now. You sounded like a goddamn maraca coming through the door.
Oh, Jesus. Is that 2 bottles?
That's not gonna do. You don't eat crap like this. This is for losers and old men. If we're gonna do this right, you gotta stay at the house. I watch your diet. We follow the old regimen.
and this is how maybe they start mending their relationship just a little bit, probably.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Should be at school and seeing your teacher has a shiner.
Yeah.
Like MMA type. It was just like this.
Oh, and that eye is going to confirm his story almost.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is it true? Did you really like work on some fools or something?
Yeah. You have to tell us.
Hey.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he heard about it too.
Getting called down to the principal's office.
Literally. It's going to cost him his job now.
God, I hope he doesn't lose his job over it. Who knows if he has past issues.
It's not as bad as it looks.
The superintendent's coming by. A few minutes. I mean, could you explain to me what the hell you were doing? You're a goddamn teacher. You got no business in the ring with those animals.
Actually, I used to be one of those animals.
Had a life before you knew me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a serious shit he's here. He hasn't been inside a school since 9/11. You say, yes, sir, and you say, no, sir, and you say, it will never happen again, sir. And then we just pray to God that he's in a good mood.
That's not much of a plan.
I don't think Brandon's going to do it.
Hope and prayer.
How'd it go?
They're going to review your case at the end of the semester. Until then, you're suspended without pay.
Oh.
You'll be back by next semester.
By next semester.
Yeah, but that means no pay through this semester.
Which
maybe
is the house.
Maybe you get back pay, but that's highly unlikely.
They have these smoker fights all over.
It's going to go on the road.
That could keep us afloat. I would have to bounce for a month to make what I made in 2 hours last night. And these guys are not real fighters. They're just guys that have seen too much UFC on TV. Just leave the house as usual. So only this time I'll be going to the gym.
Getting back into the life.
Oh, the duck goes quack, quack,
Clock say 5:01.
Yep.
Look what I found. What do you say we sit down and update this?
Holy shit, 2000 Summer Olympics.
Did you continue wrestling after you left with your mother? You can take that back to where you found it. You can leave the coffee in the pot, and I can wake myself up, too.
It's not going to be that easy.
Oh.
I'll leave the coffee pot until 0500, then I dump it.
Both of them setting some boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Egos or not.
Oh.
It's getting set.
You will wash your nasty bodies. We'll swell your ear away.
Hey, Sergeant. Women's company's back in.
Dude, Mad Dog Grimes getting tuned up by some dude at a gym in Pittsburgh.
Oh, here we go.
Grimes. Wait, rewind that.
Okay. What's up, man?
Oh no, did
Did he
Tommy
go
go AWOL?
Maybe.
He went AWOL. Holy shit.
You're not gonna get your 11.
God, I watched this so long ago. I don't remember this or that he had money problems. Don't look at me. I don't remember this.
He did go AWOL.
Or did they think they lost him? Oh shit, did they think he was KIA?
That's him.
Let the music sink into you. This is Beethoven.
Interesting. So 2 scenarios here. Either way, it's going to be
You listen to the music.
Frank
You
Grillo.
relax, you breathe. Good, good, good. Yes. Oh, man. Wow. You see this beast? Marco Santos? He training for Sparta.
Oh, yeah, right. It's amazing, man.
Come in the back. Move! Move! Move!
Oh, he doesn't know about Sparta yet.
Everything's going, it's going great, huh?
Yeah. I got a little problem. The guys at the bank want to take my house away.
Well, how much do you need?
I didn't come in for a loan, Frank. I mean, I was hoping that you would train me.
Train you for what?
I won an event the other night.
Ah, you want an event. That's what this is. Love you. Why am I going to train you? You're barely a 500 fighter. You never listen to me.
Ouch.
You don't listen to anyone. You're a teacher, right?
Dude, a teacher, a father, a husband who's desperate.
Parking lot thing kind of got me suspended.
What do I say? What am I going to say to you? No? All my time
That's what
is
you
wrapped
teed
with
up.
Wonka. You know, you come down, I throw you in the rotation, you spar with these guys, but hey,
That's all I need. Right? All right.
let me know when you're coming down.
Well, just gonna get my stuff in the car.
Start today.
Now?
Right now.
What are you doing here?
I have some news for you.
There's nothing wrong with your hands. There's no reason for you not to phone.
I got 1,000 days, Brendan.
I got wife and kids inside, and they're waiting for me, so I don't have time for whatever this is.
I've got a granddaughter in there I haven't seen in 3 years, and another one I haven't even ever met.
Yeah, why is that, Pop? Do you remember having anything to do with that? And all that shit I saw growing up? Take care of yourself.
Tommy's back.
We're finally going to get some more family dynamic.
You say Tommy's in Pittsburgh?
He came to see me. We're doing a little training, you know, at Fitzy's. That's why I drove over here.
I thought you came to break bread over 1,000 days.
No, I did, Brendan. That's most important, that too.
Man, Nick is crushing this.
He's just not that happy kid he was, you know.
You came to gloat.
Oh, I did not come to gloat. I came to get my son back.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your son back.
No, I'm talking about you,
You
Brendan.
got your son back. Forget it. Yeah, I'll tell you. Part of the reason I stuck around, because I thought I'd finally get you all to myself.
Put all his time into Tommy.
Coach said he was barely a 500 fighter, and
Yep.
Brendan, I'm sorry.
Oh, forget it. Never had any interest in underdogs.
So now we got it on.
That was your son.
You are my son, Brendan. I hold better space in your heart. Forget me.
Yeah, I forgive you, but I do not trust you.
Oh.
Tell Tommy, if he wants to see me, this is where I am.
You gotta trust to forget.
Night, Pop.
Oh,
Oof.
Oh, and that's all he got. Oh,
Oh, it's just a nice old man. Come on.
oh, just a nice old man.
All these relationships are just so broken.
Man, that was one of Nick's best performances.
Cuba is coming to America and will fight at Sparta.
Now start on the other side. And slip back in. There you go.
Got you to Sparta. It took some doing, but I made it happen.
You know, thank you and 10% is customary.
10%.
God, so how did brothers separate then? Outside of the dad.
Well, because mom and
mom
and Tommy went
Tommy.
west.
I was getting really worried about you.
The kids good?
She looks more and more like Manny every day.
How's little man?
He's good. He's a good kid, Tommy.
Oh no, is dad not around?
Dad's maybe still in the service.
Well, still, or they lost him.
I haven't forgotten for 1 minute what I promised you.
I know, Manny would really appreciate it. You worry so much about us. It's okay. We're hanging in there.
Yep. Lost him in the war.
You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving. Keep moving. Good. You listen to the music.
A little bit different training facilities for the brothers here.
For Sean Evans
there's
and
the
Stefan
Bates over
Bonner,
in
and
the
just
background.
5 weeks left until Sparta. But I got to ask you about the other guys. What are they thinking entering a winner-take-all tournament against a guy that seemingly can't be beat? The sports landscape, 4th of July weekend in Atlantic City, the great Koba.
Angle!
I was waiting for you guys to recognize him. That's one thing I remember, that and the finish.
Wow, Kurt.
Wait, Kurt, was that Kurt Angle?
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize him.
I didn't notice until he did the look at the camera and smile. I was like, Christ, there he is.
The Pittsburgh beatdown has become one of the most watched videos on
Pittsburgh, Kurt
YouTube
Angle.
this year.
This guy's a nobody. It is what it is. He's gonna pay for it next month.
He's going to pay for it next
Oh,
month.
yeah.
You gotta relax and stay calm in there. The cage is your home. Be smarter than him. More patient. Wait for him to make
Oh, look at now he's at the front.
Yep.
Are they going to have to swap him out for Sparta?
Oh, his face isn't even getting messed up anymore.
They're making
Too
it
bad
look like with his training, each one of those
Yeah.
fights is getting easier and easier.
Yep.
Yeah, too bad he wasn't training before.
Uh-oh, what's this phone call?
The world to solve.
Oh, there it is.
That's
Must have
Marco.
tore his ACL or something.
You want to grab a bite?
Nah, I'm gonna head home. I gotta call the boys and break the news.
Oh, look at that rig.
I know this is not a really great time, but how about me?
Are you talking about Sparta? Brendan, you got a better shot of starting a boy band. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Everybody loves an underdog.
It's a Grand Prix tournament, which means anything could happen. You know that as well as I do. They'd have to kill me to get me out of the cage.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Frank, I need this.
We go down to AC, you get tapped out in 5 seconds. How does that benefit either one of us?
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Should a nickel for every time somebody told me that. I'll make a call.
Just as soon as I get a new phone.
I'll make a call.
Smoothed it over.
That's how it
I
goes.
love my coats.
Yeah, they're good. The girls are good. They're good.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's right here. It's your boyfriend.
Classic.
Frank. It's unbelievable. Frank, I can't thank you enough. I don't know what to say. All right, listen, I gotta call you back, okay?
Gonna smooth things over here.
I'm going.
Really? It's your decision? You know, I really enjoyed the conversation we just had about making that decision together.
Hey.
I end up cashing in your life insurance policy before we pick up that prize money.
Oh.
I've heard that before. You can't win!
If I don't try in 3 weeks, they're gonna take the house.
There you go.
There's the time frame.
I would really love it if you'd be with me on this.
I'm not gonna watch you fight again. I'm not. I can get the girls breakfast.
That's what Adrian said. She wasn't going to come to Moscow, and then she showed up anyhow.
And
remember?
here's something fans never thought they'd see.
Yeah.
Koba is here.
Jesus.
That's driving the point on US
Look at
soil
that
for the
look.
very
It didn't even look
first
like him
time.
there.
That blue-eyed demon.
Undefeated in his mixed martial arts career.
I see.
Here we go. See, there's something deeper here besides just the mom and Pop.
Maybe Tommy left to get Mom away, and he stayed for whatever reason, and
he felt abandoned. Well, like he said,
That does not look like I'm happy to see you.
A lot of wounds in this family.
Smiting its jaws amid fiery showers of foam.
From the event was Dark Horse entry Tommy Reardon. Reardon was not only a United States Marine, but a hero in the Iraq War, has cast an even brighter spotlight on a fighter who seems to have come out of nowhere. Lance Corporal Mark Bradford.
So we were really wrong. He didn't go AWOL.
Bridge just crumbled.
Come on, you gotta see this.
The water pressure was too much. We couldn't get the back hatch open. And suddenly the back ramp gets ripped off. Before I could get out and thank him, he was gone.
Tommy, did you? Where are you going?
So I've
Taking
been
a walk.
looking for him ever since. You reach out to Tommy Reardon and tell him Mark said thank you.
oh, they have footage.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for.
Well, I'm glad we were really wrong on that.
Wow. Well, because
They
the way
said he vanished like a ghost, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
the
he
way he reacted and everything.
Yeah, and then he was just.
That would be your first thought, like, oh shit, they're looking for him.
Yeah. I don't know how that works in the military. How you would even get back home, just out and leave. But
And maybe, I don't know. We'd have
we're
to
just
look it up.
we're just expecting the worst just because of
here we go.
and how he
Holy
how he was
shit.
acting.
Here we go.
Been looking all over for you. How's it going?
It's going.
I was thinking we should go grab a coffee.
Nah, I'm good right here.
Shit, Tommy, how was I supposed to know I was never gonna see you guys again?
You had the information. You chose the old man and the girl.
She wasn't just some girl. I married her. That's Emily and Rosie. They ain't nieces, Tommy.
So why am I looking at pictures of people I don't know?
Jeez.
I'm your brother, man.
You in the court?
I wasn't in the court.
You're no better than me.
I was a 16-year-old kid. What the hell did I know? You won't forgive me, but you forgave Pop.
He's just some old vet that I train with. You know, he means nothing to me.
Oh, he is disconnected.
You got balls talking about forgiveness.
I got children, man. I got a family to protect. I forgave Pop, just like I forgave you and Mom.
There it is.
Right back
They
at
both felt abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Mom needed you. I needed you. You're my big brother. You bailed on me. Yeah, you know, I'm glad you stayed. Everything worked out for you. You leave, you get to bury people.
You're not the only one that suffered, Tommy. I didn't even know she was sick. You had no right to keep that from me. That was not your decision to make.
You walk around with your pictures in your water, and you're all, I forgive you. You're full of shit. We done when you finish.
He's got no time for anybody in his family.
Tom Hardy's back right there reminds me of Bane. I think
Yeah,
this
he's-
came out around Dark Knight
Yeah,
Rises time.
Jacked to the gills in this.
Well, that was a good interaction too between those two.
We want to use the auditorium this weekend to watch Mr. C in Sparta.
To watch a suspended teacher engage in the activity that he was suspended for.
It could turn into a fundraiser, you know?
You know,
And
I
we can
think
sell
I need to
concessions,
talk
right?
to your parents because you guys might need to be in summer school.
Place that's big enough to fit everyone.
It's never going to happen.
What if we get a petition signed?
There is nothing I can do for you.
My hands are tied.
Are the kids going to go raise money for the teacher? Wouldn't that be something?
These guys come up with something.
They gotta. Come on.
The roof is about to blow clean off Boardwalk Hall Arena. This is Christmas Eve for fight fans. When J.J. Riley conceived Sparta, he wanted to create, quite simply, the biggest mixed martial arts spectacle in history.
Is he supposed to be the Joe Rogan of Sparta here?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Our rules of the cage are brought to you by Tap Out.
5 minutes, Patty.
Okay.
All right, Tommy, take
It's
care
a
of
3
this.
5-minute rounds, and they
Take care of this ham and egger.
You gotta love this guy, Sam. No walkout music, no sponsors, no interviews. Tommy Reardon ripped the door off a tank and then walked away without claiming a medal.
Now it's the guy's got the Q-tip full of Vaseline to put everywhere.
A lot of fans here in Boardwalk Hall. Hope you're wrong.
My God, look at Tom.
This had to have been off the heels of fucking
Bane.
Bane here.
or they just go up and down with the Marvel diet. That's all.
He's walking out of the cage. He's leaving the cage. Hey, Tommy.
Showtime.
All right. Come on, give me 8.
God, it's different when you feature your family riding on it. You know?
Yep. 3 weeks is all he's got left in the house.
Oh, here's the Beethoven.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Move your head around. You can do this. What do you say it?
I can do this.
Let's go do this.
Very different relationship with his trainer.
And he chose Brendan Conlon, which is really something I don't understand. I'm shocked.
Brendan, go get him. Go get him, son.
You know, I can understand coming out
God,
to
this
no
whole
music, but
family dynamic is so interesting because it's like if you are both parties, you understand where each one's coming from.
Yeah.
At some certain point of it.
But it's tough because we haven't seen what Nick Nolte's character's really done. We've only heard about him.
And he's well known for using classical music to teach his fighters to remain calm.
Oh, so that's why he uses the classical music.
Yeah.
Midnight Lee getting ready to climb into the cage and go to work.
Midnight Lee. It's like Clubber Lane.
You gotta find the most badass names you can have.
Actually a high school physics teacher now, and Midnight had some fun with that at the press conference yesterday.
Ray, let's go war.
Oh, they couldn't say, let's get it on. Oh, it's trademarked.
Work your kicks.
Move. You gotta move. You gotta move.
We had that table that the teacher has there.
The stone table?
Yeah. I think everybody had it at one point. Huh?
Everybody had that.
Everybody.
Table. Did you guys get yours at Ashley?
I can't remember. My mom even. I got it from my mom.
Get on the top there.
No!
There he goes. Trying to cover up and protect himself.
His fight's significantly tougher.
It won't last much longer. The teacher just has no answers. He's got the choke. He's got 20 seconds left in the round. Collins face. Brendan, don't you can.
Hold on, Brendan.
Oh, jeez. Lasted 20 seconds and got a cheap kick.
What are you doing? You should have had him in the first round. Beautiful. Beautiful. He doesn't know what hit him.
I want you to get him to pull, okay? When he pulls, I want you to hit him a bit, and I want you to shoot on him.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall and listening to Frank Campana right now and hear
Part
what
of me
he's
for a
saying
second
there.
when he said, I want you to shoot something. No, I want you to hit the pace car.
She's going to be folding those clothes real aggressively here any moment.
Oh, boy.
Yes, good.
Shoot. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on.
I do like how they've been telling Brendan's story, though. Like all these
Yeah, they've been
parking
filming
lot.
in for us.
Yeah, all the parking lot ones he does.
There we go. We're gonna take them.
But when he gets into actual high talent competitors, he's pretty even with these guys.
Got him. Got a Kimura locked in.
Turn your hips in.
Got it, Brittany. You're out. You got it.
This can't happen.
There you go.
It just did.
There we go. All right, Brendan.
You got him. Where the hell, Brandon? Yeah. He tapped him out. Please, he tapped him out.
Nobody to celebrate with.
Conlon beats Midnight. Unbelievable.
Okay, I can't be too.
Knock on
one.
I won.
Oh. There you go.
I thought it was going to be more, not that.
Texting back on the old phones. Hey, DVP. I think a half hour to say I love you.
Cobra prepares to go to work for the second time tonight.
Win. His face is all skinny. He's got scruff.
Oh, right hand.
This is TNA, Kurt Angle.
Come on. Working that guy.
Dave, that's an actual power bomb.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, they gave him a power bomb. Not often seen in UFC.
I don't think. No.
You can do it.
Was she actually
I
watching?
honestly don't know how Brendan Conlon he has been battered without mercy in both those fights.
Hitting him with that V trigger.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega.
He's got it. He's got it. Holy shit.
I think I'm a believer. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Okay, John.
Oh, it was something.
So something.
That was something that wasn't actually anger towards him.
Yep.
Oh, you're just walking out with the black hoodie on. How fucking badass is this?
Well, here he comes again like a buzzsaw.
Popping this guy.
He's swarming all over. And now he's beating on him.
He's got a lot.
Yes, he does. It's the only way to let it out.
Back off.
There he goes again.
Tommy.
See?
Well, night one.
In the books. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Is that Tommy at the slot and Dad's telling him he needs to go to bed?
Can't sleep, huh? I'm proud of you, Tom. What you did for that kid in the tank. That's really something.
You're not even talking about the fight.
How about deserting my unit? Is that really something too?
There we go. Confirmation.
It's after an act like that.
I was on my way out of the country when I came across those guys.
What'd you do?
What they do? I took off.
You did your way well.
What the hell happened over there, Tommy?
That is none of your business, man.
Dad was a
Come
nom.
on, kid. You know, I've been there.
You were trying? Where were you when it mattered? I needed this guy back when I was a kid. I don't need you now.
Ouch.
I was right. I think I liked you better when you were a drunk. Here's a cup. Why don't you take this and go get yourself some more of your shitty tapes, and you go back to the room. Get out of here. Get the f*** out of here. Come on.
Holy shit, Tommy.
They realize he did just train you for this whole thing. But I know he's hurt pretty deeply too, so. It's like he almost wants his dad to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
You know? He wants like the dad, he like the familiarity of it, you know?
Well, we got to keep in mind too, there was a period of abuse too, so.
Yeah, heavy
This is,
from what it sounded like.
These are deep waters with this family dynamic.
Is
he praying or is he drinking?
Stop this shit, you bastard!
Shit, he's drinking. Shit.
Stop the ship! Somebody. You stop the ship! You godless son of a bitch! Stop.
And he tried. Tommy doesn't come back. This doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy got his wish.
Well, from Patty's standpoint, he tried everything. It didn't work. What the hell does it even matter? Why is he even staying sober anymore?
No. 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 Oh. Oh. We're lost, Tommy. I've always loved you.
Notice how he went back in, what was he, in the Marines?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Tommy
I'm
Reardon
more
coming down the
military
tunnel
there
without
tonight.
his trainer.
Made it a point to show like there was one and a half rows, and now there's a whole section.
Now there's more.
Once again, no walkout music. I'd hardly say no music, Sam.
Oh,
that's cool.
Admiral Brahms has been waiting for revenge.
Oh boy, the big showdown.
Very long and very miserable 3 months for Mad Dog, to say the least.
You better have all the ego and confidence, everything under the sun, because you got your ass beat last time. You're about to do it again.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Let's go back. Let's do this.
Not gonna happen again. Mad Dog chomping at the bit here. He can't wait to get a piece
Glad
of
you're
Tommy.
confident.
Yeah, let's see how good this Mohawk does for you.
Gentlemen, you ready?
Come on, just give me one hit. That'd be
Let's go!
pure magic right now.
Nice!
You're out. Oh, shit. Let's break it up here, ref. Holy shit.
Grimes has been poleaxed. He is not moving.
Now they're playing some encouraging music, so yeah, he's fine. For a second there, I was like, oh,
Class and Sasha.
I was gonna say, did we?
Not taking off.
A local drive-in theater. Holy shit!
Mr. C. Ah, look who showed up.
No mercy.
Come on, come on. You all right? Second row, 10 o'clock.
The only WWF superstar.
Oh, she showed up.
Spoon in his
like
mouth.
some other movie, Oak.
Yeah, like some other fighter movie where the wife says she's not going to come and then shows up.
That? It's on the tip of my...
That was Rocky 4.
Oh, Rocky.
Yes.
Okay.
Look right at him.
You
All right?
suck.
Don't take your eyes off.
Look right at him.
Look right at him.
Copa, win.
Dude, Angle looks mean as with some scruff, dude.
That's his TNA look right there when he was a friggin' monster.
Dude, he looks way meaner with some scruff than he does with a clean shave. It's like...
He looks like a borderline psychopath.
Yeah, even with some hair on the side of his head like that, he looks...
A horseshoe?
Dangerous.
Do you think Joel is like, you guys told Kurt this is a movie, right?
You told him this is a work, right?
Let's go back. Let's do this.
Angle out of here.
Angle out of it.
Oh, dude, this is... Oh, you got a couple in on him.
Yeah. He was just eating them, though.
Now he's got him in the air.
Oh!
Dude, if they are going to give us an angle slam in here, that'd be great.
Hey, he's an underdog.
Oh! That one shook the entire building.
Oh!
That's like a rag doll. Get up, get up.
Hey, I've never seen that.
No.
Nope.
I might actually watch UFC if they did that. Saved by the Bell again.
Small sips. Hold it. Hold it. Small sips. Why are we here? Why are we here, Brendan? Are we here to win this fight? You tell me, because if we're not, I will throw in the towel. You don't knock him out. You don't have a home.
Oh!
Words of wisdom. Frank is going to church.
Frank is setting him up.
Down there! Let's go war! He's focused all over him once again.
Picking up right where he left off.
Well, he can submit him, too. I mean, he doesn't have to knock him out. He's done that his first two fights.
There you go.
Look at that.
Hold it down. Bring it out.
I'm looking for a wham.
Whoa! Whoa!
Just shook off a guillotine and tossed Cobra.
I was going to say Colba's not going to be that easy, I think, to get an armbar. Oh, no.
No, they're not going to give him an armbar there.
I'm showing no fear. This is a fight. We have got ourselves a fight.
Wow, it's huge.
Break it. First, break it. Hey!
I thought for sure he was going to break it, and then that's when
And then he would tap, yeah, because like Koba wouldn't stop until
Koba
it was
wouldn't tap.
broken.
You say break it.
Yeah.
That's got to be the biggest upset in MMA history. I have never seen it in myself. It's just impossible. He's done the impossible. He has done the impossible.
And his face isn't that bad. I mean, you see a lot of UFC fights, huge gashes, blood
when they
everywhere.
aren't blocking it as much as he did.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, too, there was a lot of hammer shots.
Yeah.
Versus
And a lot of holds and
Yeah.
All right, well, we got our finale.
This is CNN breaking news.
Oh, boy.
CNN has learned that
Oh, here
Reardon's
we
true
go.
identity is that of Marine Staff Sergeant Thomas Conlon, who went AWOL from his unit earlier
Now
this
the
year
story's gonna come
following
out.
the friendly fire death of his brother.
I know. You folks can handle
Friendly fire death.
Bombs started dropping. They were coming from U.S. planes. Tommy and Manny were waving their flags to let them know they were Americans, but they didn't stop. Everyone died. Everyone except Tommy.
even more anger. Survivor's guilt.
Is expected to be taken into custody by military police if victorious. He has pledged his $5 million purse to the widow of his fallen comrade.
Well, folks, feel free to let us know we were right and wrong.
The two men fighting for
Tommy
the
said he went
championship
AWOL.
tonight are brothers.
Another twist for the audience.
Dude, just think about all the executives in TV right now for this, though, that they're not showing on camera.
Yeah.
Just like,
Oh,
story.
We've got the story. Yep. Absolutely.
Our ratings through the roof.
I know this is fiction, but this shit hits hard.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fight him.
Holy
And
shit.
that's that.
Where's Dad going?
They both have something desperately they're fighting for.
Well, Tommy's he's not gonna give anything to his brother. He's gonna give everything to Manny's family. He's not keeping anything for himself. Hopefully they raise some money for the teacher if he doesn't win this. Maybe he'll get a contract with Tap Out.
Maybe.
Well, they've
Beat
been
Koba.
They made it a point of them eyeing him up the whole.
Or maybe the owner will give a bonus prize or something. That happens.
Yeah, they do. Knockout of the night, submission of the night, fight of the night.
Yeah, they usually have all that stuff. Some pretty substantial bonuses.
Yeah, they haven't told us any of that, so I'm going to take the ride and say the loser gets nothing.
This is so wild.
Hey, you've seen Kingpin.
Well, they're still cheering for him.
Well, of course,
You know,
when they
with what he
found out the
did.
situation.
Yep, after the
given what given what happened to him, that's not him just abandoning his his brothers over there or anything. That's
Let's go back. Let's do this.
Where's Pop?
You're not my brother.
Dude, he's in the zone, man.
And Tommy's been just crushing guys in seconds.
Pop wasn't there to say something to him in the entry. I know he had the incident, so maybe.
Well, he was on the taxi. I think he was coming.
Yeah, he said he loved him, and that was it.
Get out of there! Get out!
well, the one thing that we've seen from Tommy is all his fights have been just pounding people.
Yep.
And his brother's winning everything by submissions, all three.
Yep.
Tommy's gonna just try to wreck his own brother. Oh man.
Slamming him down.
Break!
You know, he's gonna.
Oh, cheap shot.
Hey, come on! Hey! Back! What's the late blow?
Most brothers don't fight
fair. No.
He is harboring a lot of.
Look at me, Brendan.
His coach wants him to stay calm.
Use it
Let it
against
go.
him.
Good. Breathe. Okay.
Tommy took nothing.
Right?
No,
Look at me.
Total
No help.
aggression.
Just
No, they didn't say it all the way through the thing earlier, but this is probably going to be 5-minute rounds.
Oh, he's landing a few.
You, bro.
It's you. Look at that.
Time to lock up your China. The boys are at it again.
Lock up your China, Mom.
Get out!
Going for the leg.
Tommy doesn't want submissions. He just wants to hit.
Yeah. Ooh, elbow to the eye. That'll do it.
Jeez.
Oh! That's a dislocated shoulder.
Okay. Okay.
Chin. Keep it together.
God, Tommy is just a monster in there.
Hey, ready? Spot the shoulder? Yeah, good. Okay, let's hear pop the shoulder. Let's go. Hey, look at me.
What?
Look at me. You got 2 rounds. 2 rounds. We need both rounds.
Kids, wife. Oh man, what a shot!
We'll take him in the head, take him down, and finish him.
What are you doing? Shut up, Mom. It's over, Tony.
You're gonna fight.
No, here's Dad.
Tony, we don't have to do this.
You're gonna have to do it.
Yep.
Think about your family now.
You like to?
Finish him.
I think a doctor would step in at some point and
this is Sparta.
you still would have a doctor say you have a separated shoulder. He's pounding on that shoulder too. Look at that.
There was the couple in the head.
Today, you were far away.
Tommy was always the one that he cheered for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was the one he trained with. He said early on, too, when you were gone.
All the pain's finally coming out of Tommy here.
I'm closer now.
Is he not going to do anything this round? He's going to let time run out?
Nice.
Nope,
Nope.
Not at all.
What can I ask you?
I'm sorry. Pass, Tommy.
Tommy's not tapping.
He's going to have to put him to sleep.
I love you.
He did. Wow.
Yep.
I thought after hearing I love you, Tommy would just stop and fade.
Yeah.
Go get a doctor.
Yep. She's in the same situation again, except this time it's not her husband. The dad's having to see everything that happened that he caused. Now that's a finish.
That was a great finish.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the type of flick you'd necessarily
No?
put post credits in.
Well done. Well done.
But so I'll let these guys go ahead and go first because I had seen this before, albeit over 10 years ago, and there was a lot that I didn't remember. So this was a really entertaining watch to go back and see. Like I said, the only thing I really remembered about this movie was the finish, but man, I forgot how hard so much of it hits. All the performances were incredible. Nick Nolte's was great. Fantastic movie. I'll get into my stuff later. You guys can go ahead and take it away.
You also remembered Kurt Angle.
Well, and I remember Kurt Angle.
That was a pleasant surprise having him as Koba. You guys might remember TNA more so than I did of Kurt Angle's version of TNA, but that's what he was. He was a badass when he was ready to go. He was ready to go.
Blue-eyed demon, as Jim Ross would call him.
So this movie was amazing from start to finish, from just the way that Tom Hardy acted as Tommy, who was, just a broken down, beaten down, person who went, we couldn't figure out whether or not he went AWOL. I guess we were right from the get-go that that's what he did, was go AWOL.
Yep. Destroy us in the comments for flipping back and forth, but it was just interesting.
Well, because when you hear that he did something heroic like that, you naturally think, okay, so then it must be right as he was getting out or something like that. But then he made sure they smartened us up and let us know for sure that it was AWOL. But they gave us the reason why, and why his relationship with Danny was, or Manny, right? Manny was
Manny's friend
was so important.
Yep.
Because like Manny told him it was like he was a brother that he never had. And then I think I don't know if it made the cut, but like you said it was survivor's guilt, where that can do anything to anybody. And his dad Patty, we kind of figured he was also in the military, and maybe that's what drove him to have his issues with the bottle, and which caused him to have issues with his kids, and then obviously his wife, the boy's mother. And their amazing exchange on the beach where Tommy was saying, we were supposed to do this together. We were supposed to, all three of us, but then you had to go and stay with dad and your girlfriend. And like, he kind of like downplays that. And he's like, well, that ended up becoming my wife, Tess, your sister-in-law. I thought they only had two. I thought it was Eve and Rose.
Oh, I thought they had two, and then I thought they had the other one.
Okay, maybe two or three. But anyways, and like, even when he said those are your nieces, he was like, I don't know them. I don't know anybody. and he reverted everything back to the Marine Corps. He's like, "Were you in the Corps? Because those were my brothers." Because he felt that sense of they were willing to go to war with me, whereas you abandoned me. You stayed with Dad, whereas I theoretically went to war with Mom to get away from what was at home. And so he felt abandonment issues from that. And so even when he came back and he saw that Dad was like trying to better himself, he had gone well over 1,000 days by the time that, by the time the war on the shore happened. He had well over 1,000 days, and it just seemed like, even when he was trying to relate, saying, I was in that place, that dark place you were in, I turned to the bottle, and we saw that Tommy was on pills too at one point, which his dad saw right through. And he beat him down so that his dad ended up turning back to the bottle, and like he did the fight or flight where he grabbed him, held him, and I don't know if he wanted to be like old days where because he kept saying throughout the movie, I wish I liked the drunk better than the new version of you. Yeah. Did he also like the fact that when he would take care of Dad, he felt that sense of being, helpful and being taking care of
like
someone?
A sense of duty again.
And a sense of duty, just like he had in Marine Corps. And did he join the Marines because he went out to take care of Mom, and before that it was taking care of Dad, and he went back and reverted back to that. And and a happy ending, so to speak, yes, because they're brothers in arms walking out. I'm glad they didn't have Patty run over and then they all embraced or something like that. That was all good. They left that part open, and just them two.
Patty just saw it. And he's like, okay, they made up without me.
They can move on because it seemed like that's what Patty wanted to do as well. At that one scene when he showed up at Brennan's house, where he was like, "Your brother's back in town." It seemed like he wanted to be that, wanted to bring them back together. He wanted to be the person to bring them back together, so he could maybe not be a happy family, but just let them know that they were there and that they could see each other, talk to each other. And unfortunately, the way that their past was, because Brennan also saw how bad he was in the past, and he wasn't willing. Like as soon as he showed up, he's like, "I told you, call or text. You don't just show up." And I mean, his one kid only saw him, and his wife barely knew who it was. He told him it was a nice old man. So this movie was really well done.
Yeah, that was
cinematography. The fight scenes were amazing. Just everything they put into it. It told a beautiful story. And I'm glad we watched it.
That scene you touched on, just real quick answer, because I didn't want you to gloss over it. But when Patty was there and he saw his grandkids for like the first time in 3 years,
one
and
in
then
3 years and one first time,
the other one's first time ever, and that was hit hard. And their dad just totally played off. Oh, that's nobody.
The thing I noticed, and maybe I'm way off on this, but the thing I noticed too with Patty is I'm going to say the history of abuse and whatnot. Let's just park that to the side for just a second. Not forget about it, but let's just park it to the side for a second. Patty was doing these strides to make himself be better than what he was, right? So it's interesting to see Patty as the older gentleman getting firsthand stories from the two kids who experienced everything. But then when he was trying to make strides to not totally mend, but make an effort to mend some bridges a little bit, seeing the anger come from Brendan and Tommy was interesting, because it felt like the very, hey, we're young, we're going to hold this anger for good reasons. But when it came to Patty, it seemed like since I'm an older guy, it felt like to me I don't have much time left, kind of thing too. So did you guys kind of get that vibe too, where I don't have much time, I'm going to try to mend some? Yeah, get some time back.
Yeah, that was totally the vibe I got when he walked out of the arena. That's exactly what I felt like. He felt like he can go now if he has to, because his boys are back together. Yeah, they might not forgive him, although Brendan said he did forgive him. I think he kind of felt a sense of at the end that things worked out, because when they were first coming out, to me, he had the look of like, oh shit, look what I made my sons do. Because I was such a bad father, these two ended up having to beat the hell out of each other in a cage. But then the mood shifted as they got closer to him, and he saw, I think, another purpose of how, despite that, they were able to come together. So felt good about that.
Yeah. For me, I think that was a huge part of the story, is him Look, as you get old, and I don't know how old Nick Nolte is here, but when you have sons that are in, their 30s and get into their 40s, especially somebody who, they had said was, in Vietnam and had some alcohol problems. So who knows how much time he has left. But yeah, I think very much, he was seeing this as his opportunity to try to, for lack of a better term, mend the family. And that last scene was really, really powerful with him, shedding a tear. And that didn't, for me, have anything to do whatsoever. Obviously, there's pride that your boys won, right? They're the number 1 and 2. But I think that tear was more about, after everything that has happened to this family, my boys are walking out arm in arm, and he is at a point where he feels confident that that relationship has mended, and not just a relationship that was broken for whatever reason, a relationship that was broken because of his actions and the mom leaving with Tommy to get away from him. So I think a lot of that's what happens to a lot of people as they get older. You try to, and not just when you get his age, you look back on the shit you did in the past and try to make things right. And sometimes you have opportunities and sometimes you don't. And it looked very much, they gave us that scene with Tommy and Patty in the casino. This is after Tommy had a couple wins. And that was arguably like the worst interaction. Then, of course, we saw Dad going back to the bottle. And then, Tommy kind of went into, caretaker mode. And then we saw, that little glimpse between Brendan and Patty after he won his third fight. Like, I did it, I'm doing it, and it wasn't much, but it was enough. But I mean, look, for all Patty's wrongs in this story, and I can kind of get into my thoughts, but he, for all his wrongs, he was making a very strong effort. And for somebody who was an alcoholic his whole life, to be at this age, 1,000 days sober, that's impressive. I've never dealt with that, and I've fortunately never had to deal with it with too close of friends or family. I've had friends and things that have dealt with addiction, not in this capacity. But yeah, an incredible. I mean, for me, I think this is one of the best sports movies that that I think I've ever seen. And I'm having a hard time wondering how I didn't see it. When this came out in 2011, was it not like a blockbuster in the
No, it didn't do well at all.
It didn't do well.
It didn't make its
right
money
here
back.
we're seeing a budget of estimated 25.
I know.
U.S. made 13 mil, gross 23 worldwide. So that means they were still in the negative.
I'm wondering. So the
Big time.
UFC is obviously still very huge, right? And if this
was 2011 where
so-
UFC was, but it wasn't technically UFC. They kept backing off.
Well, so this is the point I'm getting at. So UFC is very huge. Now, UFC in 2011, you could argue that it might have even been bigger.
Yeah.
They had more superstar fights. It wasn't like a fight every week now.
Yeah.
It was they were bigger events. And I'm wondering if, and again, this is just me trying to figure out how this movie wasn't more popular at the time. I'm wondering if because maybe they couldn't get the support of UFC and couldn't use that and had to create this fictional tournament and things like that. I'm wondering if maybe that's why it didn't resonate. If people didn't take the fighting as serious fighting. I mean, look, Kurt Angle that's not a stretch to put Kurt Angle. And I mean, I think that was a very respectful thing. You're putting an Olympic gold medalist here. And when Kurt came out of, wrestling and went into, WWE at that time, Kurt probably could have been very successful in UFC
If that was as big
well.
as it
Had
was,
that
he
been
could have been
had that been the route he went. But in any regard, I think this was a phenomenal sports movie. Again, one of the best I've ever seen. I loved the backstory they gave us on how Dad was Tommy's trainer. Tommy was, what they say, a 6-time junior, Olympic
Junior
champ
Olympic,
or
yeah.
something like that. And then, we got a little bit more dynamic that the dad wasn't a good father, but was a good trainer. They even said when he was watching his tape, so Patty's controversial training styles and things like that. And I just wrestled my senior year in high school, and I followed it not like super close, but close enough after. I loved wrestling. I played football and stuff, and I was always a football guy, but I liked wrestling more than football, and so I followed it close enough. And there's some wrestling dads and some wrestling families out there that push their kids borderline obsessive compulsive, more so than I think you see in any other sport, just because the physical demands of wrestling. Obviously you see it in baseball and basketball and stuff, but you have to train your kids different in wrestling from a physical
They
standpoint.
say the hockey parents are up there too.
Yes, I have heard that with hockey as well. But you know, and they also gave us that look. Dad didn't put as much effort into Brendan's training, the older brother, you know, and so a lot of you know, conflict there between the two brothers at a very early age. Look, the story with Tommy all the way through, it was interesting that they gave us his father figure, and what he felt was his family, his brothers. He felt that they abandoned him and he left. Then he joins the Marines, and he had his new brothers, but it almost felt like it was symbolic to me that Manny and his unit died from friendly fire. Like, not that the United States government or military as a whole is a father figure or something like that, but does that make sense? Like,
well, they basically, I mean, you go to the Marines at his age, let's presume that he went in at 18 after his mom passed and he had nothing else to do, so he goes into the Marines. That does by de facto rather become his family, his dad, or whatever, and he felt like his dad or family let him down.
He felt his dad let him down, and then
so he left them as well.
That's why it's very poignant when he said, "Were you in the Corps?" Because those are my brothers. Because he went to war with them, versus his brothers stayed behind and felt like he didn't go to war. But
absolutely, but the fact that he felt like he was let down again by people who should have been taking care of him.
Yes,
and so that's where you get Tommy comes in. And they both have internal conflicts, but Tommy's, I think, is much more deeply rooted than Brandon's. Brandon seems like he's doing well. Obviously, the relationship with the father is bad. It seems like it's a little bit more like, hey, you were just a bad father. I don't want to have anything to do with you. But he's got a job as a teacher.
And clearly a good father.
Well, he said doing well. He was about to lose his house. That's why he got in the fight.
When I say doing well, I mean
outside financially,
like mentally. You know, Tommy was obviously in a very bad state. Where
and they showed that scene in the beginning. He was with the kids, letting them paint his face. He was there portraying him as a very good father.
So Brandon, they're trying to show like he's got his life together, and that's very also reflective of how different people handle different family conflicts. You know, sometimes you'll see, you know, two boys or two girls or a boy and a girl who grow up with the exact same parents and deal with the exact same stuff, and their lives go in very different directions. I loved the different coaching styles that they got. And it was interesting because it seemed very fitting. When you look at Brandon and the type of person he was, it seems like Frank was a good fit for a coach with Tommy. It seemed like, I don't know that style of coach, Frank, would have worked for Tommy. He just needs somebody to drive him. And it was interesting. My dad was phenomenal growing up. My stepdad was a strict guy, but a very good guy. And it was interesting because my dad was very present through all my sports, but he was encouraging, but he never pushed. And ironically, I responded, I think, much better to coaches who did like drive and push. And anybody who played, I can't speak for coaches now. I don't know if there's restrictions and stuff, but you played football and wrestling in the 90s. There was always like the good guy. It was like good cop, bad cop kind of with the coaches, right? I think everybody had a coach like that. And it was interesting because I responded better to those coaches. It was almost like my dad's own coaching style. It didn't resonate with me. So you recognize the support, but it wasn't like what I needed to excel. So it was interesting watching this and seeing somebody like Tommy, even though the relationship was bad with his father, that sort of training is what he needed to excel. And I think this movie just, it was so much, they dove into so much deeper topics and relationships and internal struggles and anything that you normally see in any sort of sports movie. And that's a big part of why I think this was incredible. And I'm so glad that I finally got around to watching it. Again, watching it in the context of this channel where you're very hyper-focused. You're just really hanging on to every line and seeing everything. If I have to have a nitpick about this film, it's not. I don't know enough about UFC to watch this. I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube where it's like UFC fighter watches Warrior, but I don't know enough about UFC to be able to have any sort of input there. I know that when the fighting first started, they had tournament style things. The only nitpick that I would have, and it's not going to impact my score for this movie at all, I think we can predict what my score is going to be, is somebody who is a 6-time junior Olympian champion. In the world of wrestling, somebody like that would be very well known, even if he had never wrestled past high school. People would recognize him. Like if he showed up in a YouTube video, people would be like, "Holy shit, that's how the wrestling world." Yeah, if just let me have this one. That's how the wrestling world. That's how the wrestling world is. The wrestling world knows the young champions. They know the collegiate champions. They know everybody. And if somebody was as accomplished as Tommy was, even in grade school or in high school, and then stepped away, when his videos popped up on YouTube, people would have been like, "Oh no, that's the kid who won 6 junior, whatever." So he wouldn't have been able to fly under the radar. But again, it's part of the story. It has zero impact on how I felt about this movie. That was me saying, like, if I had to make one tiny nitpick.
Real quick, remember Brendan's older brother, and they left when he was 16. So that means Tommy was way younger.
Yeah, Tommy was probably 14.
And Tommy never wrestled when he was out there. At least he never answered the question when Patty asked him, "Did you wrestle when you guys left and went west and then north?" He never did.
They would. You wouldn't have somebody who was a 6-time junior champion that just stepped away from it, and people didn't follow up and said what happened to him. So I'm sticking by this one as much as I've ever stuck by an argument.
Let us know.
That's not a realistic part of this film, but again, it doesn't impact my score or how I feel about it at all.
The only thing I would say to that is, at that young of an age, facial features and everything do change a bit. The name change might have, and I'm just saying on those little things could have taken parts off screen, right? So, but no, fantastic film. Don't know how I've heard, at least growing up, I've never heard anyone talk about it.
Right?
And it was only until like last year. Now, have I heard of the Title Warrior because of Tom Hardy? Yeah, I did. But it was mainly more because of all of you recommending it. And then I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was just something.
Yeah, I mean, when I watched it, I just watched it on a lark. I think on a lark. I think that's the correct word. When I watched it, I just watched it on a lark. I was sitting at home one night in 2012 or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, let's check this out and see what it is. And yeah, and it was watched it the one time, and that was really it.
Yeah, I can't believe how deep and emotional it got. Nick Nolte. Man, I wasn't expecting that kind of a performance out of him in this one.
He crushed.
And all the family dynamics that happened in this too. I mean, you got Tommy just having zero trust in nobody that is not part of the core, is how I kind of took that. Then you got Tommy and his mom. He had to take care of her, watch her pass. Then he went into the Marine Corps and then did all that craziness. He served in the war. Saved however many folks from that, what was that submarine?
In that
tanker. Only to go AWOL, come back, confront his dad, then unleash all anger as much as possible on his dad. Well, and then the anger in the fights, and that was just Tommy. Then you had Brendan, family man, great teacher, it seemed like. Great father, great husband, it seemed like. I personally, and this is kind of I don't even want to classify it as a nitpick, but it's going to come off as a nitpick. They went into debt due to some kind of severe injury to one of the daughters.
Yeah, it was the heart
problems.
Thank you, heart problems. I do, for my taste and for when they touched on that, for me, I wish they would have explored more instead of just, hey, quick hit, and then we're moving on. I do wish they would have gave us more in line with the debt, because I get it, the focus was more on a different journey, but that is still part of the journey, and that's a big fucking deal. And when a kid that young is having those kind of surgeries or having those kind of heart problems, and then the family doing everything they can to just survive, to pay a mortgage after they took all their funds to say, I'm going to safely assume here that they saved their daughter's life by doing that. So kudos.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think they wanted to portray Brennan and his wife as responsible people, as they weren't like their house was nice, but it wasn't anything extravagant. They didn't show them driving extravagant vehicles. So how do you put somebody in a situation where they have to do something, 3 jobs between the two of them? How do you portray somebody who has to do something very severe for money if they haven't been making, outwardly bad financial decisions? And even something like, and I can't speak to how it is everywhere in the state of Wisconsin, generally speaking, teachers through the state have very good insurance. Their teachers here and everywhere are drastically underpaid. But as far as insurance, now that's not to say that heart problems, even with good insurance,
there's always the experimental stuff you might have to do, stuff that's not covered.
And for a working class family, I mean, imagine getting $50,000-$60,000 in debt. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, well, and I think the reason they did that, if I could put myself in the director's chair, is because they showed that the daughter had the heart issues and they took care of it. And so then the issue focused to saving the house and saving the family. I think maybe they didn't go the route, because look, they very well could have reversed time and be like, oh shit, we need the money to pay for the heart thing now. But I think that would have maybe been a little too much. They would have had to show and involve a lot of the other characters, and I think it would have grown the film too much. So I think just, hey, I got to get the money to pay for the mortgage because this happened. Maybe that allows the focus to go on Tommy and Brendan and Patty, to focus on that versus the outside noise. Maybe.
And they laid the seed real quick, in the beginning with the big box. I thought it was called a budget to follow the budget. It's like, it's our birthday.
And another reason why, right, is for my taste, and again, it's not nothing bad on the film because I get what they did here, but just think about the dynamic, and this is the way my brain's working. So if it doesn't work for you, totally cool, or you guys. I feel like had they gave us a little bit more emotional investment with her in that story, I feel like Patty, in that whatever happened right there outside with Brendan and Patty was already top notch. But I feel like it could have been another ball, like just a heartbreaker when the kids came to the door and Patty didn't even know the life-threatening situation that his granddaughter was in. And then the beach scene, maybe it could have been running through your head when he mentioned your nieces to Tommy. Like that could have been another oh fuck, Tommy has no idea what happened to his niece here. Like those are little things that kind of go through my head. Again, my taste doesn't really.
But then would Brendan, does it put Brendan in a weird spot trying to lay guilt on Tommy for not knowing
that
about his kids? And that it could have maybe come off the way. Like I said, I think
and
they
it didn't need to happen on the beach scene.
Yeah,
it's even with just Patty alone, that would have been.
Yeah, because for me, it's kind of the same way where I think they purposefully didn't show us what Patty did in his past. They just talked about it. They said it was bad because I think if they would have showed it, I think you wouldn't have gotten the sympathy at the end for Patty or really throughout the story that we got, because we didn't see what he did. They said it was bad, but I always say people respond a hell of a lot more to stuff they see versus what they hear. And I think that's why they did it the way they did.
And and for just Patty alone, throw Tommy out of it.
Yeah, just
for Patty alone, when she came to the door, I would have been like, oh my God, again, that's just me playing.
To your point on that, I think they did a good job at not getting you overly, I don't want to say overly invested, but they didn't have you shift real hard one way or the other as who you wanted to win for who needed the money more.
Right.
Because, Brendan's wife said, hey, we'll go back in the apartment. We'll be fine. And it was just kind of a house. And you think, okay, they'll lose the house, but they still have each other and on 3 jobs.
Bankruptcy's an option.
They'll be able to afford to, they'll be able to afford to live. Now, on the flip side of it, we know that Tommy wanted to help, was it Manny's family? Manny's family. And when he was on the phone with Manny's wife, she was saying, we're getting by, we're doing okay. It showed them in not a terrible situation. Because I think if you reverse that,
And say
like, hey, like, what if you have like, okay, Brendan needs to fight to get money to take care of his daughter, but Manny's family is going to lose their house, and Tommy's brother from the Marines is his house, and his kids are going to be homeless if he doesn't win. So I think what this story is, they made it very clear that both guys wanted to win the money for their own very, good reasons, but it didn't put the audience in a situation where they were super, super invested on one side or the other. Yes, Tommy's was very noble, and while losing your house is a terrible thing, Brendan's family would have still been okay.
Well, and I think that's the thing, because it makes the movie about more than the fight, more than the prize money, because they both would have been fine to a degree without winning. Brendan has, like you said, go to the apartment. Tommy isn't able to give Manny, his family, a truckload of money, but they were getting by and okay. This was more, they needed to fight to fix their relationship with their whole family, more so than winning. To me, at least, that's what I
Yeah, and again, I don't want just in case here, because I feel like I don't want. I'm not saying I want. Yeah, I just want to. I'm trying to say, like, not make it the main point, but I was looking for like some more emotional punches out of that.
The other thing that I will say is that, and it wasn't really a part of the movie, but they did show that I think Answer might have said it. They did show the tap out guy kind of eyeing up Brendan, and so obviously a very different style
they put
of
that
movie
in
and TV show. But when we did our Cobra Kai reaction at the end with Robbie and Tori, look, they didn't they didn't maybe come away with what they needed, but hey, we got the big sponsorship dollars. So from a financial standpoint, even though it wasn't something that was visited at all, they made it very clear that Koba was the best pound for pound fighter of all time. And had these guys wanted to, either Tommy or Brendan, continue some sort of career in fighting, that they maybe would have been able to put themselves in a better financial situation after this was done. Again, kind of unsaid, but sort of maybe implied a little bit.
Kind of make you.
Yeah, it was just that shot where they showed the tap out guy kind of being like, oh, and you're like, okay, the unimplied sort of ish,
which I like, because you want to hope that even if either one
he gets the sponsorship after.
Yeah, and then talk about Brendan having a 5-star backing system in the wife, Tess, because she did not like the aspects of the fighting, but she knew, all right, fine, we'll give it a go, but I just want you to know my feelings, and that they're all on the table for you to understand where I'm coming from.
It's like, I know you're good at this. I know it's what you do, but...
She laid it out with all the injuries, potential death, paralyzation, every fear that probably your counterpart would definitely have going down this venture.
She's thinking logically. Here's a guy who's past the better part of 30, like Frank said. What if he loses? What if he gets hurt? And then they have medical bills on top of everything else they're going through. So she's looking at it as very much it's a gamble.
Yep. So I loved it. I loved that they had Tess do the wife would do, or a partner would do, and just call it straight out. But hey.
Yeah, because she's not thinking emotionally about the fighting and that this is the only way that I can make money. She's looking at it from a logical standpoint, risk versus
you go down, we all go down even harder. So I did like that little tidbit. And again, with Patty and Tommy there in the casino, damn, that was Tommy was going real hard. And pretty much every conversation that Tommy had with Patty was pretty brutal for the most part. It was just nonstop anger coming from Tommy. And again, for me, I'm putting myself in scenarios. If I was Tommy, would I be the same? Maybe, because I might, just keep punching until I feel like it was enough. And I wonder if Tommy was like that too. And then I try to put myself in Patty's shoes. It's like, God damn, kid, I'm trying. Like, at what point do I call it and just stop and just, hey, let's bygones be bygones now. You're not interested. I can't do anything more to help change your view on me, or even just give me an inch, and I'm not asking for a mile.
And it's fascinating how they were able to do that between those two characters. And as the audience, you don't hate either one of them, despite the way they're acting, and despite their past.
Yeah, for me, I'm trying to gain an understanding, because then when he hits the bottle, and then you see Tommy's look of like, fuck he did it.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I thought it was very interesting, the scene where they showed him finally going back to drinking. I've never read Moby Dick. I've never seen, I don't even, if I gotta be honest, the film or TV adaptations of it. But from what I'm gathering from just the part of him crying, and I know, of course, a little bit there's a whale, it would seem as if he was very upset about Captain Ahab as taking his crew into a very dangerous situation, and he wants them to come back. And it wasn't a scene where he was drinking and trashed the hotel room or went and got in bar fights. He was very emotional listening to that story, and it almost felt a little bit symbolic, like the captain of the ship taking his crew into a bad situation is almost like him as a father figure, the captain of this family, like revisiting the direction, the path he took with his family and saying, no, don't do that. And it was also very...
it's like the championship was for Tommy was like the white whale that he was chasing at all costs. I got to get this. I have to get this white whale. And he pushed Tommy so hard for it.
Well, and it was, and like, again, like when you talk about, or when they talked about all the bad stuff that we usually associate with alcoholism, and if the mom had to get away, you can think about the verbal, physical abuse. But even now, when he went back to drinking, it was a very different person, even with the alcohol, than the violent or angry or abusive type person that they could have shown him being. And they could have shown him down in the casino. Oh, I'm going to tie one on now, smashing into, we're doing whatever. So that was really powerful as well. I mean, everything in this film.
No, I was just going to pile on with you talking about how, Tommy was just going to keep lacing, Patty with jabs in the casino. That's what he ended up doing with his brother. He was going to keep fighting. And even after the bell, he hit him a few times because it just seemed he had all that anger inside of him from his dad, his brother, everyone, his U.S. government, because of friendly fire, everyone in between.
Yeah.
I did quick look up on, just real quick on my phone, and it looks like the movie was pretty well received in general by the mixed martial arts community. So they had a few small nitpicks maybe as well, but the overwhelming response was very good from what I could see.
Yeah, and part of that scenario, when I'm trying to think, like as in Tommy, like harboring that anger because of how abusive your dad was, like that's where I was like, I don't know if I guess I kind of don't blame Tommy.
Yep.
And
I think
so
that's
it's interesting as an audience member where you get put into those situations if you play out, Patty's point of view, Tommy's point of view, Brendan's point of view, Tess's point of view. This really did a good job on that. And then real quick, the fighting, loved how they scripted it. Real quick, too, on that. My two, for my wrestling, we got to get that in there quick. I got the HBK flair in there because when they were...
I love you.
I'm sorry, I love you.
I thought that was John Cena and CM Punk.
No. So, but John Cena, and just recently in February, where he had CM Punk in the STFU. I'm sorry!
Yeah, I'm sorry!
Great stuff. Loved it.
All right. Yep. Oh, Quinn, you were the first to see it. You start us off.
Yes.
I think I know it.
So like I said, folks, I only saw this the one time, and a lot of people might say, well, Mason Quinn, it's such a great movie. Why'd you only see it once? There's a handful of movies that are like this that I only need to see once. The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke is one of those movies for me where I saw it once. That's good enough. I don't need to see it again. That's kind of how this one is for me a little bit, if that makes sense. Just because for me, I'll get to my score here, but look, it could have been mixed martial arts. It could have been race car driving. It could have been volleyball. What they were doing for the fight was basically just a MacGuffin for the family to come together, have to fight it out, have to come together to face their differences and what they had been through. So for me, after that long-winded bit, it's a 5 for me. This was awesome. The performances were absolutely incredible. Nick Nolte absolutely crushed it, as did Tom and Joel. So amazing performances. Great movie. Wish it would have done better, but that's how it goes sometimes.
The fighting, the acting, cinematography, all top-notch. Direction, camera work, amazing. Absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5. Million times over. Absolutely loved it.
Again, I will say in no uncertain terms that this is one of the finest sports films that I have ever seen, and they got a very deep dive into so many themes beyond sports. that we see a lot with family dynamics and athletic families and things like that. And an easy 5 for me.
I guess I can go 5.
Oh, all the way across the board.
I'm still teetering between.
This is a rare occurrence.
I'm still teetering between 4-8.
Well, 4-8 is
5. So whatever, we'll go 5.
There we go.
4-8,
Wow.
5.
I thought maybe the answer had you in a Kimura lock to make you do that 5.
No,
I wrote it for him.
I mean, I'm feeling rushed.
Over on the side of the table. Like,
No, I'm feeling rushed. But 4-8, 5, somewhere in that range.
his
Good
board
enough.
says 5.
Good enough.
Is this one, because for me, I only watched this once. Is this one you guys would watch again?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I see what you're saying with the wrestler, and there's a lot of movies that we've watched on this channel where I would agree with you. Like, you know what? I watched it once. I'm good. But that's actually one of them. But for this movie, I find it so like motivational and uplifting in so many regards that this is something I would watch again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'd be one of those where I'm not, for a rewatchability, I don't think I would be seeking it out. But if it was on,
same here.
it'd stay on.
Same here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
all right. Well, there you have it. That was The Warrior. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it as much as we did. Phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it before, go out and see it. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. Good night now, pals. Good fight. Good night.